Hi, I'm Marissa Anita. I play Mama in Crocodile Tears.
Hi, I'm Tumpal Tampoubolon, writer-director of Crocodile Tears.
Hi, I'm Zulfa Maharani. I play Arumi in Crocodile Tears.
Yeah, hi, I'm Yusuf Mahardika. I play Johan, and we are from Crocodile Tears.
Excellent, excellent. So first question, inevitable, why crocodiles?
Why?
Why crocodiles?
Why? Well, the why is because I just want to, for my first feature film, to tell something that I kind of understand a little bit, which is like the dynamics between parents and their child. Of course, in the point of view of a child, because I'm I once a child. So yeah, that's I think the first impulse of making this film. Why the crocodiles? Because they are very interesting creature. They are magnificent. And once I saw this documentary about crocodile, the way mother crocodile protect their children, which is by putting them inside of her mouth, which is very scary, but at the same time very, very delicate, very, well, let's say heartwarming. It's very protective, but yeah, I think the ambiguity between something that very soft, but at the same time very threatening is interesting for me, and I find it's one of the good metaphor to tell the story that I want to tell. Yeah.
But I have one question. Do you eat crocodile in Indonesia?
Some people hate them, yeah. Just like in United States, Florida, I think.
Oh, really?
Yeah, people ate them. Some of them hate it. But what's crazy, in some part of Indonesia, they are also considered really sacred. They even call it their ancestor. So yeah, I think that's what's very interesting about Indonesia. You see the the extreme on both sides. Yeah.
Well, I guess next question is for all the actors. How was it like acting close to crocodiles? Was it easy? I don't know. Were you afraid? How was it? Please.
It was really scared at the first time, but yeah, we have a lot of workshop before we start the filming. So I think um, I don't know. I felt like safe being around a crocodile when we filming because it's uh, when we start filming apa semuanya safety. Yeah.
We, our producer, especially Mandy Marahimin, made sure that everything was safe. Because we are all very aware that we're working with a wild animal or wild animals. So yeah, but we were also given time to observe the crocodiles. So we could observe their behavior to see what they were like during the daytime, which most of the time they were just sleeping and hanging out and actually sunbathing. But at night, that's when they were really, really active and they would make noises, they would growl sometimes, and they would snap their jaws. And you could see their beautiful eyes when you lit them. You know, it's like you would see them moving quite a lot. And I also actually interviewed a friend of mine who's a wildlife person who does conservation, just to learn the behavior of crocodiles, just to make sure that everything is safe, we're not intruding, because it is their territory in the end. So.
There is an animal wrangler to guide us, to protect us, and he is gonna jump first before we do. We should. So I think it's quite safe for us.
So no crazy instances during the shooting. Everything was no.
Otherwise, I'm not here. No crazy instances. Otherwise, I'm not here. Maybe I'm in jail. No, I mean, yeah, it's a very challenging work environment. But yeah, again, we should be thankful for Mandy because she provide us to work safely. Not just us, but the crocodile is also safe. So, so yeah.
And so there are some scenes where the camera focuses on the eyes of the crocodile. These are actual, or was it special effects, or how did you shoot them?
It's not yeah, it's actual footages, but there's no special effect. Okay, that's one or two special effects, but those are actual footages. Yeah.
Okay, okay. So, and this big white crocodile, so what about that guy? Because, in these shots I could really hear him thinking something sinister, what was this guy? It's bad that he isn't here, this should be in the interview.
Well, okay, what do you mean by what's it? I mean, yeah, the white crocodile is there.
He's like the leader of the pack, or
well,
does it work like that?
he I don't know he or she, but it have a special pool, special treatment, because you shoot this film in a actual place. It's a actual working crocodile park, which it's not a farm, so there's no exploitation. I mean, they don't do anything with the crocodile. They just put the crocodile there. So it's also part of conservation area there. So people come to the park. It's like it's mostly like a zoo. So, but with this main guy, this white crocodile as an attraction, I think. So the thing that we put on the sign is just I mean, I only edited a bit, but when I went there first time, I see the sign like, wow. If you want something, just give offerings to the white crocodiles, and hopefully you get it. Like that's actually like the translation. So yeah, I think it's a very very striking images for me to have this. What happened with this guy, right? So I asked around, and yeah, there's some supernatural story. He was a prince sometimes in a past life, which is for me as a storyteller is interesting. I don't know is it true or not, but it's interesting. So I incorporate the white crocodile to the story. Yeah.
Okay. And tell me a bit about this relationship you have with your son. Okay, it's mother and son, but the way it's presented in the movie, it's like more lovers, let's say. It's like a relationship almost, So tell me a bit about that. What do you think about this relationship?
I guess what Tumpal is trying to do with his script and the story is the complexity of love between a mother and a child. And as you can see, you even try to guess like, oh, is it mother and child? But it also seems like it's a relationship between lovers. But I guess that's the beauty of the relationship between the two, really. It's just so nuanced. And we hope that mothers and sons and even daughters can understand can relate really, because I am sure they all have felt the way Mama and Johan and even Arumi felt throughout their lives.
Yeah. From the story, I felt like interesting relationship between Johan and Mama, because I feel like sometimes love can be good, sometimes love can be scared at the same time. So I felt like the dynamic of the Mama and Johan, it's really weird and good at the same time. But yeah.
Okay. And okay, and can you tell me what about how does your character feel? Does he realizes that this is something weird going on between mother and son?
It surprised me the first time. Like, I fell in love with someone, then I came into his family, and I met his mom, and it's so interesting because, yeah, well, I'm not married yet. Well, I learned a lot about mother-in-law behavior. So interesting because, it's not your mom, but you have to you have to pretend that like it's my mom too. It's so weird the first time, but yeah, life always surprises. Maybe it happens to Arumi.
And maybe tell me a bit about this chemistry between you two, because you are fighting, but you are fighting in subtle ways. Like, can you tell me a bit about that?
Chemistry. At the first, when I casting for the first time, I actually afraid of Ibu because she's so intimidating. I mean, like, oh my God, she's doing a method or something. But yeah, I think it's really good because it's helped my characters to. It helps me to develop my characters well. It's so helpful, and we always discuss. We had a lot of discussion with, of course, with the directors and with Ibu and with Johan. It helps, and we have like 3 months of preparation, so it's just like a family.
It was like a family, and it's amazing actually working with both of them because I remember that day when you came for an audition, and immediately I knew that wow, she can stand on her own. She can challenge Mama, which, as you said, she can be quite intimidating. But you're there. She's young, she's fierce, and she loves my son. So at that time, I remember discussing with Tumpal how it felt, and it was like, yeah, I think she's the one. Yeah. And also with Johan, with Yusuf, the way he played Johan, he has this vulnerability about him. And I think that's one of the factors why the audience will immediately fall in love with him and root for him because he's in a difficult position. He loves Arumi, but at the same time, he loves his mama. How? I mean, a lot of people can relate, right? How is he going to balance this? And also, he's growing up, becoming a man. That's another whole different, whole different world for him. So, and yeah, that's why I think the chemistry between the three of us, it was just so natural and so nice. So thank you so much, guys.
Okay. And so I wanted to ask something else. So both the women characters in the film, they are very strong. But the male character is not that strong. Essentially, they are doing what they want with him. One on the one side there. And I was wondering if that is a kind of comment, about how men and how women are.
The beta males. Yeah. The sad boy. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I never really consciously trying to comment about masculinity because there's so much film done by, I think, female filmmaker, and I kind of accept that. But for me, I mean, growing up, I was surrounded by strong females like my mother and my sisters. Yeah, Marissa know one of them because turn out they're best friends in elementary and high school. So okay, maybe that's a sign. So yeah, I think I reflect upon that experience that many times they helped me. My mother, my sister especially. When I was starting filmmaking, there's no money there, so sometimes my sister helped me to just to get by. So I remember that. Of course, in this film, yeah, Johan could perceive as a as a, as a maybe weak man, but for me, the way he handled things diplomatically between mother and Arumi, the way that you have to imagine that Johan is the one who take care of his mother and the whole thing, and also the park, yeah, from child. So he is a caretaker, which is, I think, is very strong quality in a person, and there's not a lot of, I don't think there's not a lot of portrayal of male as a caretaker in film. So it's very interesting for me. I'm glad that I made the decision like that. Yeah.
And the film is like, in its base, it's a family drama, but he also chose to have like some supernatural elements in it. Why did you choose? I guess it's an Indonesian thing, a bit of supernatural is all over the place, right?
Yeah, it's not even a genre, it's just the way we think about it. But on the other hand, my taste, the way I see cinema, I mean, the things that I like are very, very random. It's a bit all over the place. One of them are genre films, horror films. Like I really like David Cronenberg and all those filmmakers. But I also like family drama film. Like I like Ozu, I like Koreeda. So, oh yeah, of course. Since he's here in Busan, Kurosawa Kiyoshi, he's one of also my biggest influence. I mean, all the things are mixed in my head, and I think I really wanted to challenge myself. Can I put everything? I mean, at least some of genre that I like in this film. Like I want to try that, to have some kind of a mixtures between drama and then horror and then a little bit psychological suspense and and animal documentary. Net Geo thing. Yeah.
And also, there is an aspect about racism a bit in the film, because the family who raises the crocodiles are in the bit outside of society. People don't hang out with them, and also her character, because of her family situation, is also like that. And I was wondering if this is a thing in Indonesian society, like some parts of people are ostracized, let's say, essentially.
Yeah, unfortunately, yes. I mean, we like to tell that we're very tolerant about each other because it's in our what do we call it? Pancasila.
That's a national motto.
Yeah, the national model that we want to be tolerant to each other, but in reality,
Unity and diversity.
yeah, unity and diversity. That is a slogan of our
Yes.
country. Unity and diversity. But I mean, especially nowadays, a lot of people are ostracized because of their life decision or their condition, which is very sad for us. Like so many communities are being ostracized because they're just trying to be themselves. And for me, it's very, I could empathize with that because I think I'm also part of the minority group in Indonesia. So I kind of know the experience being ostracized of something because of your. I mean, you're born with your identity, so you cannot choose. Yeah, so I think that kind of seep in the way I see the character. There are people that have to not to show, but I mean they have to protect themselves to be themselves because people want to change them or want to ostracize them. I mean, for Arumi, the character of Arumi, yes, working in the karaoke bar is considered some kind of not menial but
Unsavory.
unsavory job. Yeah. So it's very important to her to protect that kind of identity at first. Then if she trusts someone, then she could tell. But it's also a risk for her because most of the male they don't like their partner to work at that kind of industry.
Okay, okay. And the next question, I guess, can you tell me which one was the hardest scene for you and which one is your favorite one? So maybe you can start. Wow, what happened there?
Oh my god. I think it's the final scene, right? Because that was like, yeah, you had your own physical challenge. and then I had to be in that high emotional state. And we did several takes, right? Just to get the angle that he wants. So I guess just emotionally challenging. But yeah, that was the hardest one. So once that scene was done, it's like, oh my gosh, the rest of the scenes were just so nice and easy.
Okay. And your favorite one?
Oh, my favorite. Oh my gosh, my favorite is. What was my favorite? I think it's funny because one of my favorites, I guess, is the dining table scene. Because it's a power play, actually, between the three of them. The action might look simple. It's just three people having dinner together, but the energy, the movement, it says a lot about how they feel towards each other.
The hard part is the final scene because high emotion intensity and that's the hardest scene for me. And my favorite is
The erotic one.
the one when I grab the crocodile from the what? Yeah. Bubu, yeah, that's my favorite because I have to grab it and like, okay, calm down.
Yeah. Real baby crocodile.
Yeah.
I mean, not so baby.
Teenage.
The hardest scene when we fighting with Johan in the
Yeah.
trailer. It's so hard because it's emotional, challenging. And my favorite scene, of course, when I and Ibu sit together. Yeah, it's so intense. Yeah, it's so intense, and I can look in her eyes. I'm so free. I'm shaking for the first time because she's so intimidating. Yeah, but it's
You were feisty.
yeah.
Feisty.
Okay. And you, Tumpal?
The hardest scene, everything is hard. But I have a favorite scene, which is changes for every interview. But this time I was thinking about the scene where Johan and Arumi touches the crocodile eggs, and she told me why you keep it, and he answered like, yeah, because I just want to see one of them alive, and which is for me is very that's what I was thinking about their character, like they just want to be alive, to experience this world in the way they want it. And it's hard for them.
The next question, I guess it's a bit strange since all of you are here, but how was your cooperation? Like, is he strict? Were you fighting? How was the whole thing? What do you say?
Okay, everyone, please answer the way I told you to answer when we are downstairs. I think they should answer.
Yeah.
It was amazing. It was an amazing collaboration. I don't. I would love to believe that we will have this kind of collaboration again, but this is very unique because from day one, Tumpal was approaching us as before as colleagues, but as friends actually, as human beings to get to know each other, to see if we can work together. It's like because energy is undeniable, right? So that's one. And then he was so open. He writes the script. He's been writing the script for 7 years. And so you can imagine how protective a writer can be. But he's actually not very protective. He's very open to a lot of, our discussions because as we work together, we also began to understand our characters more. So sometimes when a dialogue doesn't seem to sound right, because for the character, we would just discuss it with Tumpal. So what do you think, Tumpal? I mean, let's do this. So there's a lot of workshop. It really feels like a family. And I'm really, really grateful to be in this project. And we really do hope that one day we will be able to work together with the same kind of feeling and rigor and we're so tight as colleagues and as creators really.
Yeah, I'm so glad working with Mama Marissa and Zulfa because they are so incredible. They are so helpful for me, and for Tumpal, actually he's so funny. We've been friends for so long, and I know that he write this script for 7 years, and I just told him, okay, whatever you want, I'll do it.
Okay.
Even face to face with crocodile.
That's good casting. You need to find actors like that.
It was amazing to working with these people. Yeah, we had like 3 months of preparation, and it's amazing to discuss with Mas Tumpal. Of course, he's so open discuss. We discuss about the dialogues and everything. It helps and it's give us a lot of space as an actor. It's privilege for me.
So is you allowed the improvisation, let's say, or it was strict? How was?
So yeah, first of all, thank you guys. I mean, I'm very very grateful, and I think I'm very lucky to find these 3 very good actors. I know them. I follow their body of work, and I think the way we decided that they're going to be the actors is through a very quite a long and meticulous process. But what I trying to find is someone who could have faith in this project, in this story. Like also, they have faith in me because I'm a first-time director. I mean, what do I know? But I know a lot. Okay, I know a lot, but not lot. Just some things that I understand about directing, about the way we work together. So that's what I always try to do, to treat other as a human being and then as a fellow filmmakers. For them, they are my collaborators. That's the way I want. That's the way I want to do this film. Maybe in the future, that's also what I want to do. Like to treat the other coworker also as filmmakers. So back to your question, do I allow improvisation? I allow improvisation while we are doing preparation. So we just try every chances that we have, every choices that we have, and then when we are shooting, we can already know what we are aiming. So because we don't have a lot of time for shooting days. So, but some takes, I just if I got what I want, then maybe we do another take for fun. Sometimes we use that. Sometimes it's for fun for them try. So yeah, it's kind of like open, but no no crazy improvisation on set because we also have crocodiles.
They don't improvise.
They don't
Or
improvise.
When they improvise, we don't know, and it can be dangerous.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. And can you tell me how is it working in Indonesian movie industry right now? What's your opinion?
Well, the situation is getting better. Getting better means uh, now we is now the normal thing is to do a 14-hour production day. Some people like what 14 hours, but it's better. It's getting better for us 14 hours. Of course, we want to fight for better work condition, better shooting hours. The other part, if we are talking about the Indonesian film market, I mean the commercial market, this year is very good for us. I mean we have like almost more than 50. I mean 60%. I think somebody you could correct me. 60% market share. So this is the first time that we are our film doing better than the Hollywood film in Indonesia. I don't know the other maybe can.
I guess the industry is expanding rapidly, and partly because of the streamers. When the streamers come in, they somehow ask. I mean, they created a better standard for Indonesian audience to enjoy, really better films. And there's this almost like a gentle pressure from the audience to see high quality Indonesian films. So we as filmmakers are forced to upskill. And not only the old players, but now I think the industry is way more open to welcoming new players as well, new filmmakers, which is great. We have many actors, many like crew members, editors, and now also emerging writers. We need good writers in Indonesia, and there's a lot of workshop actually also happening and being provided either by the government or also by the streamers or by any other providers to help us become better writers, because at the end of the day, it's the script, it's the story, and then we make it to life. So yeah, it's a very exciting period right now in Indonesia for filmmakers.
You are covered. How is it being an actor in Indonesia?
Oh, it's really.
Does it make financial sense or?
No, I do it because I love cinema. I I started watch since I was 7, going to cinema because my dad taking me to the cinema, and I love when I sitting in the cinema watching the film, and that's why I really want to become actor. And
Oh, okay.
Oh, no.
How is it working in Indonesian cinema?
I'm not expecting. It's gonna be my main job.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
What is your main job?
yeah. As an actor,
Okay.
I'm not expecting. Yeah, it's maybe we fight working hours. Ano pa lagi sih? Yeah, that's it.
Okay. Okay. All right.
It's a matter for me working hours because both of us being an actor since we were kids, so we like
after a lot of you know, back then it's like we have
unhealthy working.
unhealthy working hours. It's like 18 hours, 20 hours for filming. Yeah,
As a child,
when we're back.
I've heard child labor stories. That was it, right? Yeah. Okay.
and
So it's getting better.
It's getting better.
it's getting better now.
Okay. Okay. And the last question, I guess, what are you working on next in future project? Maybe you can start since you have the. So difficult.
I'm working for my next. It's like action movie. directed by Iko Uwais.
Ah, really?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
First feature of Iko Uwais.
Ah,
and
okay.
full of action.
Okay.
Yeah, it's starting filming like next month.
Why you here?
Okay. You?
My next project is horror movie. Horror movie. Yeah,
Okay.
it's so high demand in Indonesia. So yeah,
Who can you say who's the director? Or-
the director is Ginanti Rona.
Okay. Yeah.
Ginanti Rona.
Okay. Good. Good. Tumpal?
7 years.
So no, please don't. Not another 7 years. I'm just nowadays I'm just enjoying and thinking about my next project. But I'm writing. I'm dabbling on several story. So let's see which one could get made first.
In 7 years or?
No, please, no, not another 7 years. Oh yeah, which animals? Well, there are some animals, but I don't think I will make animal films soon. Maybe
Okay.
human first, then
Yeah.
and animals.
Maybe this time with sloth, because they move so slowly. I completed a project about a couple of months ago with Lucky Kuswandi. Very exciting project that I guess is just going to be rolled out in 2025. It's so, yeah, I can't say more.
Okay.
But yeah, very excited about the project.
Okay. Well, I guess that's
Thank
it.
you very much.
Thank you very much.